Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. I'm Corn and I completed the gnomes that I was working on. I'd like to thank everybody who joined me in the craft room for sewing up one of the arms and stuffing one of the hats, and I've got them all finished now. And there's one in particular I think you all will get a kick out of, and her name is Polly, and she will be the last one shown. The hats are basically in all different sizes. They are not, I have 3 girls and 3 boys, but they are not in any way couples. So, Betsey Johnson, I just love her designs and have for many years. And that's what the body and the arms are made out of. A pair of socks for each gnome. And then the hats are in felt. Then they have trim, and I'll explain that to you as I have Polly asked that this be like, instead of a red carpet, a pink carpet for them, because she herself feels very decked out, so to speak. So first off, we have this gentleman, and see how tall his hat is. I can't get him, there we go, that's how I could get him all in the picture. His little nose is from Amazon. His faux fur for his beard is from Hobby Lobby. The socks that are all Betsey Johnson's, they are from Ross. And the felt is from, actually from Amazon as well. These little cabochons, because I was thinking, oh, Betsey used so much bright pink. And I was like, what do I have bright pink? And I have the little cabochons from Amazon that I got a few months back. And I was so happy I remembered them. As you see, I used my die cut machine, came into play. And I used my little sidekick, which I absolutely love. I told Handsome, I said, I love that thing so much that if they asked me to do a commercial for them, I'd say, no problem. I'll do it because I'd be speaking the truth, you know. I just love that little thing. So I'll let you see all of him. And he has on a grosgrain ribbon around his hat. This trim is from Hobby Lobby with the little ruffle. There are 2 shades of pink. That's why I put them on. I tried to show in his gloves to match his, all of them have gloves on that match their hats. And we will put him right here. Then we have this gentleman, and his tunic is, I see a little sparkle. There's a lot of glitter that got on other things. That is, as you see, oh yeah, and then she signs her socks, so by the time the hats go on, you get the Johnson part, but Betsey's up here. There's hand sewing and also hot glue. Hand sewing on most of the seams, and then hot glue to put everything together. And same thing as far as, now the trim on this one though, that comes from Michael's about 4 years ago. Used another metal die here, and this little candy cane is from, I think it's My Little Christmas, that is at Hobby Lobby. Then the sheer ribbon, organza ribbon with the glitter, that's Hobby Lobby as well. And I think I told you all before, when I got all of those ribbons and trims, when Hobby Lobby put them 75% off through the years, at one point I was using them on paper crafting, but not like this. I mean, I can put them around, you know, around the gloves and the hat, and, you know, so that's fun. And I did the candy cane with the bow here to match the candy cane and the bow on his tunic. And we'll put him here. And I did trim his beard. His beard, this one's from Amazon, that faux fur, and it's super long. And I wanted some of the design to show. And then next we have this fella. Again, I have to kind of hold them like this because their hats are so tall. And, oh, you know what? I advise everyone to get a lint brush. And if you don't have a lint brush, like me, I used to have one, I take some washi that's not extremely good, you know, this doesn't have much tack on it, and take that to it. But I just saw some of that beard the faux fur does, no matter how much you brush and comb it, you know what I mean? It still sheds some. And this trim, the metallic hot pink rickrack, is from Hobby Lobby, and same situation. This beard is Hobby Lobby, Amazon. This metal die that I had for these leaves of the holly, that is actually from a magazine I got from the UK. I shared that with you all in a haul from Joanne Fabrics, and they had 3 dies in it, Christmas dies, and I used the holly on some felt to match. I was hoping to match the design in his tunic, and he goes here. I'm hoping you can see him okay. There we go. And then next we have Camilla. And Camilla is Handsome's favorite. He's always drawn to green. And he also said he thought instead of having the panda bear on her dress, he thought it almost looked like she was holding it. But of course her hands, those are the panda's hands, but I guess she'd have to be like this. And she has her little cabochon is, since it's a polar bear and cold where they live, she wanted some ice cream, an ice cream sandwich, but instead of having the chocolate cookie part, she wanted strawberry to match her outfit. And so this is how she turned out. And then we have Conchita. And Conchita has a polar bear, an angel polar bear. Her braids are kind of covering the wings, but this is an angel polar bear. And she requested to have some sequins. So this sequin trim is another one of those 75% off trims from Hobby Lobby, and different shades of pink. And this is, like you see, the angel bear is up in the stars. And Betsey, of course, will put hearts and hugs and kisses and everything to go with it. She also requested ice cream due to the fact that it's a polar bear angel. And so she gets more of the neon hot pink cone, and then the blues and whites pick up the other colors in her dress. And last but not least, definitely, is Polly. And Polly, Polly, come on out, honey. Yes, you have to stand there. Yes, you have to get right there. Okay. Now, as you see, Polly requested something very different. She was happy with the print on her dress, with the little penguins and the candy and the lips for kisses. And there's hugs and kisses, which is Betsey Johnson has been doing the XOX for, oh boy, years. And so she looked at the other 2 ladies and she said that they just had such great color hair. She loved the pink and she loved the turquoise. And she was, thinking that she wanted something different for hers. So I said, well, we can try to dye your white hair yellow if you want. And she was like, no. And she kept being so upset about it that I said, well, if you don't want to dye your hair, we could you want it to be festive, right? And she said yes, that she did. And I said, you want it, I've got some hair extensions that have tinsel. And then she said, that's what I want. I want that. And I said, well, it would look good with silver, which would look good with your gray tunic. And she was very excited about that. So when I braided her hair, I had already braided it, but it was white. And I had to unbraid her hair, take the bands out, and, I tie embroidery floss around there too, and knots so that it won't come out in case the rubber bands fail. And Polly said, I'm sorry to make you work harder, but I really need to stand out because the other girls are standing out, and I want to stand out even more. So I said, okay. And so once I did that, she said, I want a bright pink bow. And I said, well, and I put them on very narrow, but it wasn't as bright as this like neon pink that Betsey Johnson has used. And I was like, I personally don't care for it. And she said, well, I have to be different. I don't want a white bow, because I was telling her the white bow would be very subdued and would look good because you got a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? And she was like, no, I want something different. So I had to take them out. And she's very insistent, y'all. Polly knows what she wants, And so I went hunting, and I mean digging out of, I have a drawer with some ribbons in it, couldn't find it. Because a lot of times things that would look good or that I think Polly would approve of are too wide. So I finally found this, which is a gray organza with little teeny polka dots, several different sizes, and silver glitter, which would match perfectly. So when I told her I had it, she was like, let me see. So I showed it to her, and she said, perfection. Glitter is always perfection. So I said, okay, well, we'll do that. And one of the girls was not being very nice, and she said that she told Polly that it looked like she had flyaways. And Polly said, those are the prettiest flyaways I've ever seen in my life. And she also said flyaways are just, our hair grows and we lose our hair every day, and so they're just a part of nature. If you don't have flyaways, something's wrong. So she wanted to be up front. She wanted to be in front of everybody else. She wanted to be the last one on the catwalk, and so there is Miss Polly. Okay? These are so different from what the gnomes I've done before. I've started out doing the minis and doing ornaments, and then doing a few minis that stand alone, then doing the twins and the couple, then doing more of the neutral ones, and then doing the farmhouse ones. And these guys, to do this bright, I'm hoping that young people will like them. I hope. I truly enjoyed, as you can tell by my voice, I had so much fun making these guys. And it was super fun to walk into the craft room, and as soon as you come in the door, you see the desk. And it was nothing but these darling hats lined up, and that was, I'll miss them. I'll miss all 6 of these guys, but especially that Polly, I tell you. That Polly's a card. If you are new to my channel, first off, thank you for being here. But I need to let you know I love to joke and play. I'm not cuckoo, and no, they don't talk to me, but I love to play, and they do give me joy, and they do make me smile. I will say that. And I'd like to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.